Hi, it's Sharon Smith, and in this video today we are going to do some tapping, some EFT, to increase neurogenesis and neuroplasticity. Now I know those are big words, and so I want to explain it a little bit simply. I am not a scientist, so please bear with me. Neurogenesis is the creation of new brain cells, basically, new neurons. And neuroplasticity is increased neural pathways, the pathways that open to them. Now, I've been thinking about neuroplasticity for maybe about a year and considering some ways to use that with tapping that would be fun and really beneficial for people. But I hadn't really gotten inspired about it. It's just been rattling around in my brain, and I keep reading about it and thinking about it. But as I said, nothing really caught my attention much with it. I just hadn't felt inspired until about 2 weeks ago. Now I'm making this video on March 16th of 2018, and about 2 weeks ago I followed a link to a YouTube video that's a TED Talk given by a researcher, a neuroscientist by the name of Sandrine Thuré. And her area of expertise and interest is in neurogenesis, which is the creation of new neurons in humans. That's her big thing. Her area of focus is specifically, I think, the hippocampus, which has to do with memory and I think mood. Again, not a scientist. But she also, in this approximately an hour-long talk, it's great. I highly recommend it. Her name is Sandrine Thuré, T-H-U-R-E-T. And thank you, Dr. Thuré. You finally gave me inspiration to work with this. And if you're watching this somewhere, you're probably rolling your eyes. You're a hard sciences person, but that's okay. So about 10 or 15 minutes into her talk, she talked about that we can influence the process of neurogenesis. And some things speed it up and some things slow it down. Now, predictably, the things that speed it up are good things. Things like running or eating antioxidants like blueberries. That causes an increase in neurogenesis. And things like sleep deprivation or stress cause a slowdown of the process. So I thought those made sense. But as soon as she was talking about that, I had this little light bulb go on over my head, and I thought, okay, so we know that we grow these throughout our lives, new neurons. Why don't we address the process of neurogenesis directly with tapping? We know that tapping works on the brain. There have been lots of studies on it. There's actually even a meta-study out now, I believe. So we know that that's the way it works. Why not address it directly? And then I got excited about it. Now, I've been doing this almost every day, this type of tapping, for about 2 weeks. And I've missed maybe a couple days in there. And I didn't have memory issues or anything like that, and I wasn't specific about what area of the brain I wanted to work with. I just asked for increased neurogenesis and neuroplasticity also. The changes that I have seen, and you can take it for what it's worth with a grain of salt, I am experiencing greatly increased visual acuity. Now, my eyesight was fine to begin with. I don't wear glasses. I do some eye exercises and do some tapping specifically for vision, but colors are sharper to me now, and I feel like I'm seeing a little bit greater range of them, and I am definitely noticing increased depth perception, which is cool. The only other thing I can say that I've noticed, and again, it's only been 2 weeks, I had gotten to the point where when I was typing quickly on a keyboard, sometimes I would transpose letters in some words, and it was annoying. And I am not doing that very frequently now. Is it a result of this type of tapping? I don't know. I have no idea. But what I do know is that I think this is worth trying. I think you should stick around. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, the way I'm going to present this, since anybody is put off by big words, let's think of it this way. When you're talking about neurogenesis, we're going to grow or begin the process of growing some beloved new little brain cells. And let's think about them like they're children. They're part of us. Let's think about them as children. So we're going to grow some new kids in there, in our brains, and then we're going to give them a better place to play. We're going to increase neuroplasticity so that they've got this playground in there. So it's kind of an interesting analogy. That was just a fun thing that I could come up with. Now, before we get started, I do want you to do a couple of things. I want you to get a glass of water, and I want you to drink some of it, because this is a very important thing to do. You have to be properly hydrated when you're doing tapping. Otherwise, it's not going to be as effective. And the other thing, and I've got a whole video where I talk about that. Go watch it sometime. The other thing that you have to do, it's a part of the deal if you're going to tap with me, you're seeing the YouTube or Facebook version probably. Look right down below this video and it'll say show more. And just click that and my disclaimer is there. I need you to read and agree to my disclaimer. If you are seeing a Vimeo version of this, the website is there. You can click on that and go read my disclaimer, agree to it. You don't have to sign anything, but you do have to do that. It's a part of the deal if you're going to tap with me. But you don't want to miss this. We're going to have fun, so go do that. Seriously, go on. Go read it. I am not going to start without you guys. I will be right here because we're going to have a good time with this. Hey, welcome back. Okay, so we're going to first work with neurogenesis. Now, we're going to talk about some things and tap, and you want to tap along with me while we're doing this. Again, I don't know whether this will make any difference to you or not, or any difference in you. It's not up to me, but it's worth trying. So we're going to start here on the outside of the hand. And let's just say, I think I would like to increase neurogenesis. It sounds like fun. And I'm definitely open to it. But there might be some things that are keeping that from happening for me. Even though I may have some things that are holding me back, that are keeping me from experiencing increased brain cell building, I am open to letting them go now. Even though I may have some feelings and thoughts that I'm holding on to that are inhibiting neurogenesis, I am completely open to letting them go now, because I completely love and accept myself. And I love my brain. Okay, top of the head. I really like my brain. And I think it would be great to grow some new brain cells. But I think I've got some things that are holding me back. I've got some old patterns and old beliefs that are keeping me from accomplishing this. And I know I'm already growing some new brain cells, but I would like to really increase the process, because I completely love and accept myself. And I think it would be fun. It is fun. I allow myself to release any old patterns that are holding me back. I give myself permission to release emotions that might be inhibiting neurogenesis for me. I give myself permission to release any beliefs I might be holding about whether or not I can grow new brain cells. Dr. Thuray's proven that I can. Probably a whole bunch of other people have also. So I choose to do that now. I allow myself to do this easily and effortlessly. I allow myself to increase neurogenesis with no harmful effect. I completely love and accept myself. And I think this might make my brain tingle. It's fun to think about the things I could do with some new brain cells. I'd sure like to have some new brain cells. I allow myself to grow new neurons. It's safe for me to do this. I welcome increased neurogenesis. I allow myself to love my brain enough to take good care of myself. I choose to love myself enough to take very good care of myself and to take good care of the new brain cells that I am inviting now. And now, accessing the limitless abundance of divine creative energy, I choose to increase neurogenesis in my brain. I do this with no harmful effect and to my highest and greatest good, because I profoundly love and accept myself. And so it is. Hold and breathe. Blow it out. Peace. Good. Okay. Now we're going to go in and we've got that process started. And you're going to need to do this more than one time. Like I said, I've been doing it almost every day for a couple of weeks in order to see some effect from it. So you may not, I don't know. Now we're going to increase neuroplasticity because we've got these little kids growing in our heads, these little new brain cells. We've invited them in. Let's give them a better place to play. Okay, so starting here again. Even though I may have some blocks to having increased neuroplasticity, I choose to be okay anyway. Even though I may have some things in my mind and body that are holding me back from increased neuroplasticity, I completely love and accept myself. Even though I may have some things holding me back, preventing increased neuroplasticity, I'm open to letting them go now. Good. Top of the head. I'd like to have a better place for my new brain cells to play. I think I'd really like to increase my neuroplasticity. And I know my new little brain cells would like it. So I allow myself to begin to release easily and effortlessly anything that might be blocking increased neuroplasticity in my brain. It's perfectly safe to let go of these things. I choose to do this process easily and with absolutely no harmful effect. I profoundly love and accept myself. It feels good to have new neural pathways. It's going to make my brain happy. And what makes my brain happy makes me happy. Think of all the cool things I can do with more neuroplasticity. It's pretty cool. So I choose to increase it now. It feels good to increase neuroplasticity. New pathways. I am completely open to new pathways in all areas. And now, accessing the limitless abundance of divine creation energy, I give myself permission to increase neuroplasticity to my highest and greatest good. I am profoundly grateful for the ability to access this energy. I completely love and accept myself. And it feels really good to have some new neural pathways. Now take a big breath, hold, and blow it out. Good. You did great. Now, as I said, I think you're going to have to do this more than once. I've been doing it every day, most every day for about 2 weeks, and I believe I'm experiencing some positive changes. So leave me some comments. Shoot me an email. Let me know how you like this. Let me know if you have changes from this. I think it's a lot of fun. So I am Sharon Smith with apainplan.com. You can find me on Facebook, A Pain Plan with Sharon Smith, or you can see me on my website. Or I'm always here for you guys on YouTube. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.